Good evening. Giving praises to Yah, the Creator. I thank Him for everything I do. For waking me up, let me see another day, being able to deal with me, being merciful to me, and so forth. In this video, we are dealing with basically just everyday living fast food that we're supposed to eat that the Most High prescribed for us that would be healthy for us. And this is what we're going to learn because, see, the thing is, you read Isaiah 24:1, Most High tell you things He done. He said He has made the world to be empty, made it waste, and turned everything upside down. So there's a lot of things that you got to pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, that you have to study, you know what I'm saying? Because even though we are trying to get back home to where we need to be, we are being tested, you know what I'm saying, for truth and loyalty's sake. And the only people is that going to be in the kingdom is the ones is that going to keep the laws of the Creator. Right? So, with that being said, we're about to read Torah, and we're going to show that in the law of the Most High tells you, Leviticus 19:17 states that thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart, and in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon them. So the responsibility is to correct your brother when they are wrong. And if you don't know the law, you can't tell your brother or your sister what it is that they're doing wrong. So I want to just go into some scriptures where we won't talk about the Most High says His law is to correct us and to better us to the point that we can have everlasting life. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let me get my notes here. Let me get my notes. There we go. And these are scriptures according to the law of Leviticus 19:17. And we're talking about correcting our brothers and sisters in order to follow the law. Well, Proverbs 6:23 says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light and reproof of instruction of the way of life. Psalms 19:8, the statutes of the Most High are light, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Most High is pure, enlightening the eyes. Psalms 119:98-100, thou, through thy commandments, hast made me wiser than my enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. Psalms 119:105, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And we read Isaiah 8:20. He said, if to the law and to the testimony. They speak not according to this word, and it is because there is no life in them. So we understand that the law is a guiding tool to understanding truth and knowing how to live. Psalms 141:5. Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil which shall not break my head, for my prayer also shall be in thy calamity. Proverbs 5:12 and say, how have I hated instructions, and my heart despised reproof. Proverbs 15:31. The ear that heareth the reproof of life abide among the wise. And Proverbs 29:15 says, the rod and reproof of wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. Proverbs 3:18, she is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. Proverbs 4:4, he taught me also and say unto me, let thy heart retain my words and keep my commandments and live. Proverbs 4:13, take fast hold of instructions, let her not go, keep her, for she is thy life. Proverbs 15:24, the way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. Jeremiah 21:8, it says, unto this people thou shalt say, thus saith the Most High, behold, I set before you the way of life and the way of death. Psalms 19:7-9, the law of the Most High is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Most High is sure, making the wise simple. The statutes of the Most High are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandments of the Most High is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of the Most High is clean, bearing forever. The judgment of the Most High are true and righteous altogether. While Proverbs 30:6 says, add thou not unto his words, that he reprove thee and thou be found a liar. So we understand, according to the law, in order to see truth, we also got to understand Proverbs 3, the 3rd chapter, 5-7, where he says, trust in the Most High with all thy heart and acknowledge him, and all thy ways, it said, all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. You know what I'm saying? He said, be not wise in thy own eyes, fear the Most High, and he will be found of you. So we got to understand that we can't look at things in our own eyesight and to assume that we are getting truth from our own thoughts. Now let's dig up into the scriptures. I'm going to read in Genesis, it's the beginning of the book, which we know that there was oral laws, you know what I'm saying, before it was written. The laws of the Most High were spoken to our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Genesis 1:29 says, God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. Genesis 1:30 says, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. Therefore, we are pretty much vegetarians on some notes when it comes down to the word, but it's much more than that. That's when it comes down to Most High saying that we don't supposed to eat animals that eat of themselves. So we have animals that eat grass, right? You talking about the lamb, the goat, the buffalo. These are animals that we are able to feed on due to the fact that they eat every green herb that's given on the land that the Most High allows us to eat. You cannot eat animals that eat other animals. Let's go further in Genesis 2:16 says that the Most High God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. Genesis 9:3 said, every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you, even as the green herb have I given you all things. So now let's go into the book of Psalms. We will read Psalms 24:1 says, the earth is the Most High's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Psalms 115:16 says, the heaven, even the heavens are the Most High's, but the earth have he given, to the children of men. And Hosea 2:8 said, for she did not know that I gave her corn and wine and ore and multiply her silver and gold, which they prepare for Baal. We don't mention other deities' name that the Most High tells us not to in Exodus 23:13. Job 36:31 says, for by them judge he the people, he giveth meat in abundance. Psalms 104:14, he causeth the grass to grow for the cattle and earth for the service of men, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. Psalms 104:15 and Psalms 104:27 says, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengthen man's heart. These wait all upon thee, that thou mayest give them their meat in due season. And we talking about 4 quarters. And we talking about summer, spring, fall, and winter. Psalms 104:28 says that thou givest them, they gather, thou openest thy hand, they are filled with good. But Psalms 111:5 indicates that he hath given meat unto them that fear him. He will ever be mindful of his covenant. And then this is what we see up in the scriptures. Well, we see that the Most High did give Israel the manna bread up in what you talked about in Exodus 16. And further on, we'll go to Psalms 136:25, who giveth food to all flesh, for his mercy endureth forever. Psalms 145:15, the eyes of all wait upon thee, and thou givest them their feet, their meat in due season. Psalms 145:16, thou openest thy hand and satisfy the desires of every living thing. Let's go to Psalms 146:7, which execute judgment for the oppressed, which giveth food to the hungry. The Most High leadeth the prisoners. Psalms 147:9, he giveth to the beasts his food, and the young ravens which cry. Isaiah 33:16 says, he shall dwell on high, his place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. Bread shall be given him, his water shall be sure. Now let's go further, and we're going into the dietary laws. And I'm going to read Leviticus 11, and We got to go a long ways. See, let's get. It says, and the Most High spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven for the ensure the cub among the beasts that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divide not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. Verse 5, and the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, he was talking about the rabbit, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. So I want to stop in between, you know what I'm saying, sessions where I want to show you some information that I pulled up. And this right here is talking about the pig. And this is why Most High tells us we don't eat pork. And this are the top 10 reasons not to eat pigs. It says, attention shoppers, stop picking up dead babes and Wilbur at the grocery store. Here are our top 10 reasons to keep pork off your fork and put delicious babe-free alternatives on your shopping list instead. Porking you up. It's a fact. Ham, sausage, and bacon strips will go right to your hips. Eating pork products, which are loaded with arteries, clogging cholesterol, and saturated fat, is a good way to increase your waistline and increase your chances of developing deadly diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, asthma, and impotence. Research has shown that vegetarians are 50% less likely to develop heart disease, and they have 40% of the cancer rate of meat eaters. Plus, meat eaters are 9 times more likely to be obese than pure vegetarians are. And two, it said pigs have feeling too. 97% of pigs in the United States, they are raised in factory farms where they will never run across spawning pastures, bask in sun, breathe fresh air, or do anything else that comes naturally to them. Crowded into warehouses with nothing to do and nowhere to go, they are kept on a steady diet to drugs to keep them alive and make them grow faster. But the drugs cause many of the animals to become crippled under their own bulk. Third reason is pigs and PlayStation. Think that you can now play a pig on your PlayStation? You may be surprised. According to research, pigs are much smarter than dogs, and they even do better at video games than some primates. In fact, pigs are extremely clever animals who form complex social networks and have excellent memories. Even a pig is like eating your dog. As actor Cameron Diaz put it after hearing that pig have the mental capacity of a 3-year-old human. Eating bacon is like eating my niece. Or pig prefer mud, not cud. Pigs are actually very clean animals if they are given sufficient space. Pigs are careful not to soil the areas where they sleep or eat, and forget the city saying, sweating, sweating like a pig's. Pigs can't even sweat. That's why they gave them water or mud to cool off. But in factory farms, they're forced to live in their own feces and vomit and even amid a corpse or other pigs. Conditions are so filthy that at any given time, more than 1/4 of pigs suffer from mange things are worst case poison ivy and imagine having to suffer from it the rest of their life for the rest of their life. The fifth reason is factory farms are pure hell for pigs and their babies. Mother pigs spend most of their lives in tiny gestation crates, which are so small that the animals are able to turn around or even lie down comfortably. They are repeatedly impregnated until they are slaughtered. Piglets who are taken away from their distraught mothers after just a few weeks have their tail chopped off, their teeth are chipped off, their spliers and their nails are castrated, all without painkillers. This is the sixth reason. The manure is born in the wind. A pig farm with 5,000 animals produces as much for car waste as a city of 50,000 people. In 1995, 25 million gallons of putrid hog urine and feces spilled into a North Carolina river, immediately killing between 10 and 14 million fish to get around water pollution limits. Factory farms will frequently take the tons of urine and feces that are stored in cesspools and turn them into liquid waste that are sprayed into the air. This manure-filled mist is carried away by the wind and inhaled by the people who live nearby. The seventh reason is bacteria Latin bacon and harmful ham. Extremely crowded conditions, poor ventilations, and filthy and factory farms cause such rapid disease, and pigs that 70% of them have pneumonia by the time they sent to the slaughterhouse in order to keep pigs alive in conditions that will otherwise kill them and to promote unnaturally fast growth. The industry keeps pigs on a steady diet of the antibiotics that we depend on to treat human illnesses. This overuse of antibiotics has led to the development of superbacteria or antibiotic resistant bacterial strains. The ham, bacon, and sausage that you're eating may make the drugs that your doctor prescribed the next time you get sick completely ineffective. And see, these is the things why the Most High tells us why we should do. The eighth reason is hell on wheels. More than 170,000 pigs die in transport each year, and more than 420,000 are crippled by the time they arrive at the slaughterhouse. Transport trucks which carry pigs hundreds of miles throughout weather extremes with no food or water regularly flip over, throwing injured and dying animals into the road. These terrified or injured animals are rarely offered veterinary care, and most language and pains for hours. Some even bleed to death on the side of the road. After an accident in April 2005, Smithfield spokesperson Jerry Hostetter told one reporter, "I hate to admit it, but it happened all the time." I'm gonna stop right there because I got more information that I want to read, and we can get back into the scriptures, and we're learning the proper way to eat. And the Most High says in Leviticus 18, we're going to pick up as it says, "And their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you." So the thing is, touching a pig, the Most High said, is unclean. You know what I'm saying? So we don't even supposed to entertain that. You know what I'm saying? No, is a such thing you being unclean, you have to make a sin offering as well. Leviticus 11 and 9 said, "These shall you eat of all there are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales, and the waters and the seas and the rivers, them shall you eat." Leviticus 11 and 10 says that all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that move in the waters and of any living thing which is in the water, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. You shall not eat of their flesh. but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. You shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever have no fins, no scales in the water, that shall be an abomination unto you. And we talking about things that the Most High told us not to eat can become risky to our health and allow us to become sick. So doctors pretty much would tell you things on the ordinary, like what it is that we can no longer eat or what's going to be basically it's just like, how can men tell you something that they are uncertain of? We are getting information from the creator telling us and showing us what is feasible to put in your system that will prolong your lifespan and living. Let me start back up in Leviticus 11 and 13. And we said, and these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls, they shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the ossifish and the osprey and the vulture and the kite after its kind, every raven after its kind, and the owl and the night hawk and the cuckoo and the hawk after its kind, and the little owl and the cormorant and the great owl, and the swan and the caliphate and the deer eagle and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing and the bat. All fowls that creep going upon all four shall be an abomination unto you. And see, a lot of people like to get that twisted and think that's not talking about chickens. But yeah, it's talking about chickens. They have wings, but the thing is, chickens cannot fly, but they creep upon the earth, right? So I want to go and show you some information that the Most High tells us that we cannot eat chickens. So Popeyes is out of the question. KFC is out of the question. Harold's Chicken is out. Harold's Chicken is out of the question. You know what I'm saying? 10 reasons to stop eating chicken. I'm gonna go into. I ain't gonna read all of them because I got more information that I want to read. And then it might be getting close to me walking with my wife to work. It said, I explained how we are eating enough protein and animal flesh and the most bioavailable nutrient dense and calorically efficient source. In addition to eating more meat, you need to be eating better meat. Now, if you have access to truly pasture raised chickens that spend their days outdoors in the sunlight, eating bugs and romping in the grass, that's fantastic. However, these chickens are incredibly difficult to come by compared to grass-fed beef, which you can now find at Walmart. The term of chicken in every pot was first stated by Henry IV of France. I want there to be no peasant in my realm so poor that he will not have a chicken in his pot every Sunday. This is because chicken was such a luxury. During the 1928 Hoover campaign for presidency, the term was brought back. A chicken in every pot and in the car in every garage. As promise of prosperity to voters, the use of cheap oil, and widespread antibiotic has allowed chicken to be the least expensive meat in the U.S. at $1.50 a pound to average. It says with chicken in September 2016, most farmers that I know who raise real pasture-raised chicken charge about $20 to $30 per bird. In my opinion, chicken should go back to being a luxury. That's in his opinion. Right? But let me look. It says if you ever visit a sustainable farm, you'll probably seen some happy brown chickens running around in the grass, pecking at bugs and making noise. These happy chickens are not the Cornish cross, which is so incredible far removed from anything close to a natural family, that they will die of organ failure if you don't kill them by about 5 weeks. In 1925, the average chicken took 125 days to reach market value. Today, it's only 47 days. They absolutely cannot survive in the wild. We tried raising this breed on our farm and in the outdoor system, and one little strike of thunder would send a half a flock to cardiac arrest. They grow so quickly that a return for the farmers that their bodies can't keep up. Their breasts become so heavy that they can't walk. This isn't a breed of chicken you're getting when you buy grocery store chicken. Cows are also pretty domestic, but it's nothing like what we've done to chickens. Right? Typically, chickens are raised in large windows, confined animals feeding operation. The air is thick with ammonia. Their feet have ulcers from standing in their manure. Think cage free is better. Did you know that chickens are cannibals and will peck each other to death when they are stressed out? You know what? Super stressful to chickens. CFOs, in contrast, all cows raised for meat start out on grass. Grass fat or grass finish, beef continues to eat grass until they are processed. Mostly the time is not well regulated and feed a lot beef at 600 to 900 pounds. When at the feedlot, at least these cows can move around on their own and are outdoors. I'm not advocating that everyone eat feedlot beef, but clearly if you have a choice between household chicken and fed lot beef, the more humane choice is beef. So we see that when chickens get stressed out, chickens will peck at one another and say they are considered cannibals. Now, I'm going to show you Deuteronomy 14:21. According to the law, the Most High tells us right here, it says, Deuteronomy 14:21, ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gate, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien. For thou art a holy people unto the Most High, thy God. Thou shalt not see it from kid on his mother's milk. So we don't deal with cannibalism. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Most High tells you we are vegans. And people say, well, you still eat meat. But the thing is, the animals that we eat, they eat green herbs from the grass, from the earth. And this is why the Most High tells us that we are only able to eat certain food. So you stop that. 20, when he was talking about the chickens. So let's go to 21, where it says, yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth forth upon all four, which have legs above their feet, to leap without upon the earth. Even these again ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. While all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you, and for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carpet of them shall be unclean until the evening. And whosoever beareth aught of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. The carcasses of every beast which divide the hoof, and is not cloven footed, Lord shall cover the poor are unclean unto you. Everyone that touches them shall be unclean. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all four, those are unclean unto you. Whoso, whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean unto the eating. And he that bears the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean unto the eating. They are unclean unto you. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse and the tortoise after its kind, and the ferret and the chameleon, the lizard and the snail and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doeth touch them when they be dead shall be unclean until the eating. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, do a fall, they shall be unclean. Whether it be any vessel of wool or raiment or stone or sack, whatsoever vessel would be wherein any work is done, it must be put in water, and it shall be unclean until the evening, so it shall be cleansed. Leviticus 11:33 through 38 speaks, he said, and every earthen vessel wherein any of them falleth, whatsoever in it shall be unclean, any ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything whereupon any parts of their carcass shall fall shall be unclean, whether it be oven or ranges for pots. They shall be broken down, for they are unclean. It shall be unclean until you. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit where there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which touches their carcass shall be unclean. And if any part of their carcass shall fall upon any sown seed, which is to be the sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass falls thereon, it shall be unclean unto you. Leviticus 11:39 through the 43rd verse, and will speak to say that any beast of which you may eat die, he that touches the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the evening. And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever hath one feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them all you shall not eat, for they are an abomination. So we're talking about snakes, any type of reptilian, amphibian. We're talking about what he says. These are the things that we cannot eat. You shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creeping, neither shall you make yourselves unclean with them, and you shall be defiled thereby. For I am the Most High your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourself with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. For I am the Most High that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the law of the beasts and of the fowls and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. When we go back in the chapter of Deuteronomy 14, the Most High repeats himself and letting you know these same animals that we are able to eat and these animals that we are not able to eat is also mentioned in Deuteronomy 14. I'm going to start at the third verse where it says, "Thou shalt not eat any abominable thing. These are the beasts which we shall eat. We can eat the ox, the sheep, and the goat, the hart, and the roebuck, and the fallow deer, and the wild goat, and the kavod, and the wild ox, and the camels. And every beast that parted the hoof, included the calf and two claws, and chewed the cud among the beasts that ye shall eat. Nevertheless, these ye shall not eat of them chew the cud, or of them that divide the cloven hoof, as the camel, and the hare, and the coney, for they chew the cud, but divide not the hoof. Therefore, they are unclean unto you. And the swine, because they divide the hoof, yet chew not the cud, it is unclean unto you. You shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. These you shall eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales shall ye eat, and whatsoever have not fins and scales ye may not eat. It is unclean unto you. Of all clean birds ye shall eat. These are they of which ye shall not eat: the eagle, and the ossifrage, and the osprey, which was mentioned back up in here. Let's see. In Leviticus 11 and 13. So basically, just repeating yourself with the things that we are not allowed to eat, right? And it says, in verse 13, it said, "And the grebe, and the kite, and the vulture after its kind, and every raven after its kind, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after its kind, the little owl, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelicans, and the gier eagle, and the cormorant." Deuteronomy 4:18 through 21, it says, "And the stork, and the heron after her kind, and the lapwing in the back, and every creeping thing that flieth is unclean unto you, they shall not be eaten. But of all clean fowls ye may eat. You shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien. For thou art a holy people unto the Most High. By God, thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk." We don't eat put meat with cheese. So the cheeseburger is over with. Isaiah 66 and 17 is a judgment that the Most High said he will give to anyone get caught in pork or mouse. He said, "They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and the abomination in the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Most High." And this is what we see according to the Creator's giving us uh, foods that we can eat and foods that we cannot eat. So I would like to thank the Most High Creator. I'd like to thank Yah, that's his name that I refer to him as, for being able to give me the understanding and read his word of the law to brothers and sisters that may not know. Hopefully they can come into tune to know what it is that we can eat. And I would like to end this video. And I'm going to read Jeremiah 9:23 and 24. It says, "Thus saith the Most High, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glory Glory in this, that he understand and know of me, that I am the Most High, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness on the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Most High. When we go back in Proverbs and we read 27 and 1 and 2, it says, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. That another man praise thee, and not thy own mouth, a stranger, and not thy own lips. Jeremiah 13, verse 16. Give glory to the Most High your God before he cause darkness, and before your feet stumble upon the dark mountains. And while you look for light, he turn it into the shadows of death and make it gross darkness. Last but not least, I'm reading in the book of Amos, the 8th chapter, and I will read 11 through 14. For the Most High tells us right here, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Most High, Yah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, not a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Most High. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the words of the Most High, and shall not find it. And that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst, they that swear by the sins of Samaria, and say, thy God, O Dan, liveth in the manner of Beersheba, liveth, even they shall fall and never rise again. I thank brothers and sisters for tuning in and watching this video. And I pray and ask the Most High for mercy, for forgiveness, and praying that I'll do better and get myself together and follow the laws according to the Most High. Let me say shalom, peace and blessings, brothers and sisters scattered across the four corners of the earth. Selah.